I make my way upstairs and walk down the hall. The last room to my right. This must be the one. The guest room is small, but very warm as Corvus said. Light filters through the window, painting soft lines across the wooden floor. A narrow window overlooking the faint suggestion of the sea. I stare at the paintings and the patterns on the bed. Everything here feels antique, but in a good way. And why do my hands look the way they do? Wait, there's a mirror. I walk towards the face of it, but as I do, a figure appears. That figure. It's me. I don't recognize this face whatsoever, and this body. I take off the clothes Rowan gave me to see a body that is completely devoid of color. No pattern, no pigmentation, nothing. At first, I thought I was seeing things. Yet, there it is. I caress each part of my chest with a soft gentleness, afraid to scratch or break this unfamiliar physique. Am I comfortable with my current body and name? Or am I just okay with it? Ugh, I should just go to sleep and clear my head. I finish my tea and sink onto the bed. I start to process everything that happened and how I got here. The last thing I remember is the sound of waves. How did I get swept underwater? Who am I? Why am I here? How did I get here? Do I want to go home? Do I have one? 1 week later. I continue to stay in bed and recover from whatever was wrong with me. Cora comes in frequently to take care of me and bring in food. She's been like a mother to me. The next few days blurred into a fever dream of hot broth and cold sweats. I remember fragments, a crow with gentle feathers caressing the smell of sage and fish, and the spices of tea. The sounds of the distant tolling of a harbor bell and fishermen. Time didn't move in hours, but in the slow aching waves. Sometimes I hear voices downstairs, laughter, the clink of glass. I've lost track of how many days I've been in bed. However, my head starts to ache badly. My body still needs sleep. As soon as I close my eyes, everything around me falls away, leaving me in a quiet, terrifying dark. I find myself standing in a place that is completely unrecognizable. There is no sky, no ground, only a dim surface under my feet and the ocean above me. I can't move my muscles at all. I can't reach towards the surface. I stay there until I eventually drift down, towards the deep, deep darkness of the ocean. I wish I could scream. Anything, anyone, please help me. Then, blue lines start to form. They start to glow, illuminating the darkness around me. They grow brighter and brighter until they become blinding. A spirit stands ahead of me. It does not move at first. It simply watches me with a steady, unblinking focus. I try to speak, but my voice goes nowhere. The air feels thick, as if sound cannot travel through it. The spirit takes a single step forward. The ground does not ripple or shake. It simply shifts in a quiet, swept away like a surface adjusting to a new weight. Its ears lift slightly, and it tilts its head, studying me with a calm that feels almost searching. For a moment, I have the sense it is waiting for me to understand something. It looks closer at me, like a gentle child wanting to understand. I reach out, or think I do, but the space between us stretches in a strange way. The spirit remains just slightly out of reach. Its gaze holds mine for a long, unnerving moment. Then its light softens. I hear a voice. The tide is never ending. Choose who you will anchor. 3 figures appear in front of me. A husky, the savior. A dragon, the charmer. A deer, the martyr. Focus your spiritual energy on the card that you resonate with the most. I must choose a path, but how do I know which one is right for me? The savior. Is this your final choice? Yes. You've made your decision. Everything falls away again. I start to drift down rapidly, as though the dream let go of me only when it had to. Before everything around me envelops me in a black, I hear a voice. Always. Morning sunlight filters across the ceiling. My body aches less, though. The memory of that spirit still clings to my mind. Ugh, what a weird dream. It's been a week since I first came to this room, but it feels like so much longer. A soft knock taps against the door. Come in. Morning, Rory. Hope you're feeling a little more alive today. I think so, thank you. She carries in a small tray with warm bread, fish stew, and tea that smells like citrus and herbs. Good keeping you alive. Good. Keeping you alive is something I'm quite fond of. She gives a warm smile as she sets the tray down on a small table next to the bed. That smells delicious. Make sure you don't eat too fast. Enjoy. The bread is soft and warm. The stew is hearty, rich with salt and herbs. The tea soothes everything the ocean left behind. It's the best meal I can remember. I'm glad Rowan saved me. Quite fond of him, eh? I'll let him know you were thinking of him. While you eat, I do need to tell you something important. I'd love to let you sleep here for free, but I do have to charge you if you plan on staying here any longer. Well, I hope you understand. I wanted to wait until you were feeling better. Luckily, I knew a boat rental shop that was looking for someone new to hire. It's called Sally V. It's right out at the end of the harbor. You can't miss it. She hands me a piece of paper with directions to the aforementioned boat shop. I'm positive they'll give you a job. I know them very well. You might have seen them when you first arrived. It'll be enough to cover your stay here. Whenever you get the chance, feel free to look around town. Room's very small, but it's good to get familiar with the place. I'll try and find my place here. Corvo widens her eyes and gives me a little nudge with her wing. Oh, right! Rowan came by and wanted to know if you were awake. This is a first for him. He's not one to come back to strangers. He checks into a room. She tilts her head. She looks at me for a moment before looking back at the door. He even asked if you were getting better. Honestly, it took me by surprise to see him this concerned. I try not to smile and pale a little. I'm curious to know why Rowan wanted to check on me. I finish this too quickly, thank her, and head out toward the boat shop. As I step out of my room, I make way for Corva. Why, thank you, dear. She pushes her breakfast cart to the next room. Before I could go down the stairs, I spot someone setting up some pottery on the other side of the hall. An energetic raccoon is whistling short infectious melody as he carries a box of jars. I think I'll leave him be. He seems busy. I turn around to close my door and lock it with the key that Corey gave me. Huh? I never locked this specific door with this key before, but it feels like I've done it 1,000 times before. I'll go downstairs, explore the town a bit, and hopefully learn more about who I am. I'll make my way down the hall to reach the stair. Hey, nice poncho. Ah! The raccoon almost jumps out of his poncho as soon as I screamed. I fall on my back. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh my god, you didn't have to sneak up on me like that. Well, you didn't have to scream like that, silly. Here, let me help you up. He takes my arm and pulls me up. He carries a jar on his other arm. I haven't seen you around here before. You must be new. Yeah, I just sort of washed up here to this place. Guess you must be late to the party. I'm Russell. Nice to meet ya. What's your name? I'm Rory. Or at least I think it is. I'm sort of confused about everything. Aren't we all? Nice poncho you got there. Like the little fishes. Thanks. Sorry for the scare earlier. You just reminded me of someone. Any hoodles. I have to get going. These decorations aren't going place themselves. I got some memories to make. See you around, Rory. Hope we meet again like this. See ya. Hope we meet again like this. Getting scared and falling down on my butt. No thanks. He walks out with his box of jars and heads downstairs. I should do the same. I have to go and find a job if I'm going to continue to stay here. Once I head downstairs, I go through the front door. Russell and Corvo wave goodbye to me and I wave back. The town is calm. Early sunlight washing the cobblestone paths in warm gold. Fishermen haul nets and the sea hums steadily in the background. I wander past stalls and small cottages, the scent of fresh bread and salt air following me through the streets. Moonstray's harbor front opens up in a curve of weathered stone and colorful awnings. Boats rock gently against the docks, ropes creaking, nets hang to dry. The harbor is alive with the distant chatter of sailors. I took a breath and take in the quaint atmosphere of the place. Enter the harbor with boats that bob softly in their slips and ropes creaking, following the directions Corvo gave to me. Look up to see the sign of the shop. C'est la vie, rental and repairs. Up ahead, two figures are near one of the docked boats. One is broad and grinning, the other is slender and timid looking. I recognize them from the inn. An orange red dragon with easy confidence leans against the crate beside him. A pale furred deer with soft green eyes fiddles with a coil of rope. I'm just saying, if you tied it like this, it wouldn't come loose fit every 5 minutes. You gotta make sure to double knot it, and then tuck the end in like this, see? That way the wind won't be able to mess with it. It only came loose once, and only because you distracted me by yelling, "Boo!" right behind me. I'm just reinforcing rule number 7. Always stay focused. Life is filled with distractions. You'll never know what'll pop up. The dragon notices me and completely drops whatever focus he had on the deer. Well, looky here. It's Rowan Stray. Don't mind him. You feeling better? You heard about what happened last week. I was worried about you. Good to see you standing. No time for that. We gotta introduce ourselves. I'm Theo. Theo Manning. Nice to meet ya. Make all the boats here. I keep them all here in this harbor. You need a boat? You know where to find me. I'm Cedar Sterling. I help with the nets and stuff. I'm studying to be a lifeguard under Theo. I want to be able to save people. Really? I mean, thank you. Now that I got a good look at you, I can see Rowan saved someone kinda cute. I can see why you wanted to check on you. Theo, please, don't say that. Why, I'm complimenting them. In his own unique way. And now it's your turn, so what's your name, Stray? My name is Rory. Alrighty, Rory. So I'm guessing Corvo sent you here to get a job to cover the room, am I right? Yeah, how did you know? You could just call it a dragon's intuition. Some things just don't change. Theo looks over to Cedar and he raises his eyebrows. Don't look at me like that, please. Theo looks back at me and takes a big breath in. Well, luckily, I am in need of some help. Heck, I can even throw in some lifeguarding lessons for you. My hiring process is unique. Usually, I throw applications overboard and see how well they can swim through the current in under 2 minutes. I was not a fan of it. But I'm in a good mood, so I'll let you off the hook for that. Besides, you probably got thrown around that ocean enough last week. Welcome to the Sail La Vie crew. I turned back to see Rowan walking towards us. He looks somewhat tired as he lets out a big yawn. When he sees me, his posture softens a little. Morning, guys. Rowan walks towards us, wiping his hands with a cloth. His eyes linger on me just a little longer than before. He's not as distant as he was, but he's still not quite sure how to interact with me. Hey, didn't expect to see you here. Took you long enough. I was about to steal your stray pet. Shut up, Theo. He steps closer, lowering his voice slightly. Feeling better today? Sorry for the trouble yesterday. Not at all. You weren't in trouble. We were just relieved that you saved them. If it were up to me, I would have been able to save them twice as fast with my swimming skills. Yeah, but you'd have to be there to begin with. Theo rolls his eyes sarcastically as Cedar's comment. Details, details. Anyway, Rowan Duran, a good man. What's the haps? You look like you just woke up from a nap. I came by to borrow some rope if you have any. Well, there's more than I need today. Take as much as you like, but I need them back by next week. I will, thank you. Rowan gives me a bit of a side eye, as if he wanted to say something. Theo catches his gaze and smirks a bit. So, Rowan, I was about to give our new friend a tour at Market Row, but oh woe is me. I'm too busy. If only someone could show them around for me. Cedar rolls his eyes, as if he's seen this a million times. Theo places his hand on his forehead dramatically, slightly opens an eye to peek before quickly shutting it again. But alas, I have no one. Oh, if only someone, and I mean anyone, could come and show this poor little scared stray. You can quit it. I'll show them around. I don't want you to anyway. My savior, then it's a date? I mean, no, it's fine. It's just, it's probably good for them to get to know the area. Theo smirks at me, mouthing, he likes you. Rowan looks at him for a moment, then looks back at me. Come on, I'll show you the docks. Let's get out of here. The scent of salt and wooden planks fills the air. Boats sway gently against the posts. Fishermen throwing their rods. Rowan leads me along the edge of the dock. His steps are slow and careful. Sorry about Theo, he's a bit eccentric. He seems flirty. He can be. He's got some issues. A faint smile pulls at Rowan's lips. The first hint of warmth from him today. We plan to stay in Moonstray for a bit. Corvus Inn is the safest place. Seems like still Libby is a good place for you to work too. I hope so. He pauses, glancing toward the sea as if he's trying to find something to say. This might feel sudden. Just don't go near the North Cliff path alone. It's not safe there. No reason, just be careful. Well, like Theo said, let's make our way to Market Row. It's a nice place to walk around and get to know the town. I'll show you around. The road curves gently toward a small market area. There's a warm circle of color and texture, filled with herbs, ropes, bread, and polished trinkets made by local hands. The place feels soft and alive with all the people in here. Here we are, Market Row. Most traders come here every morning. It's usually quieter during the weekends. It's usually quieter during the weekdays, but on the weekends you can hear everyone chatting from a mile away. Stay near me. I'm gonna check on an old friend of mine. Alright. As Rowan enters the store to our left, I accidentally bump into someone. Oof. Sorry about that. Hey, haven't I met you before? No, we haven't. They walk away. Huh? Not even a sorry? That was rude. Hey Rory, you okay? Yeah, coming. We enter a quaint little store displaying a lot of different delicacies. things like cheese, wine, jam, and empty jars. I saw a clinking sound rises from a nearby stall, filled with shelves. Each shelf is filled with jars of every shape and size. Some are painted, some are rough clay, some shimmer in the light like crystals. A familiar raccoon rises from behind the counter. Morning, Russell. How are you doing today? Oh, Rowan. I'm well. It's nice to see you again. What you up to? Not much. Showing someone around town. It's been a minute since you and I have spoken, huh? Oh yes, it has been. You been doing alright recently? Oh, you know, just trudging along, doing the best I can. How about yourself? Same as always, I was just reorganizing my drawer display. Russell takes a quick glance at me. He seems to be trying to figure out if I'm a customer or not. I guess I do look like a stray. Say, haven't I met you before? Yes, we have. My name is Rory, a friend of Rowan's. We met at the inn, remember? I'm just yanking your chain. Of course I remember. I always do. Make yourself at home, Rory. Sounds different from what I remember. His voice today is slow and soothing. Surprisingly like warm tea being poured into a cup. Or, in this case, a jar. What's with the jars? If I had a nickel every time someone asked that. These are my pride and joy. You've arrived at a delightful time. Rory, I've just finished polishing them all. He points to a bunch of handmade jars made from thick glass with a faint blue tint. Look at this one's texture. Smooth on the outside, a faint ripple on the center. When the sun hits them at just the right angle, looks like water, frozen in mid-current. I could stare at all my jars for hours. He means that literally. He has stared at that jar for hours. Only 2 hours, 3 at most. Very modest viewing session, I assure you, my friend. He sets the jar down gently, as if placing a pearl onto velvet. How a jar is kept can tell a story. You know, even the way a lid is screwed on can tell you so much about one's personality. I admire your commitment to making and collecting jars after all these years. It's really something. Everyone in Moonstray collects something, my friend. Some people collect shells, some collect old coins, and I? Jars. Anything that can hold something also holds a little bit of magic. There could be a lot more little trinkets than people think. He taps a tall clay jar with a soft thump. This one is for dried herbs. Very porous. I use it for mint. Helps with the nerves. He looks at Rowan and surprisingly and smiles kindly. Even though he seems scattered, he very clearly cares for his friend. You should take some mint later. You always look so tense, my friend. I'm perfectly relaxed. This is just my face. The shopkeeper chuckles softly at Rowan's response, but he doesn't seem to be mocking him. Of course, I just want to make sure you know what you can always come to me if you need something to calm your nerves. I have a jar for every occasion, you know. He looks at me and leans slightly across the counter. If you ever want a jar, come to me. I don't sell them often. I prefer to match the right person to the right jar. It is a very spiritual process, very calming. Rowan clears his throat gently and looks away for a moment. We should keep moving before he convinces you to join his jar cult. It's not a cult, it's a philosophy. There's a difference. One day you'll find the perfect jar for yourself, Rowan. The shopkeeper waves us off with a peaceful smile as we prepare to leave. Enjoy Moonstray, Roy, and if you see a jar you find beautiful, I hope you recall our chat and think of me. Russell goes back to polishing his jars, humming a familiar tune under his breath, a little shanty. As we leave the market, I take one last look around until I spot a tall jar that has a memorizing design. The colors swirl together in a way that reminds me of the ocean. The jar seems to capture the essence of the sea, as if it holds a tiny piece of the ocean with it. It's a fantastic design overall. I wonder if Russell is a painter. The way he describes his jars seems like he has a very artistic eye. Did he make this one? Rowan gives a long exhale. It sounds half amused and half resigned. He's harmless, sweet even. He just takes jars more seriously than most people would. I smile as we continue through the market, the soft clinking of drawers fading gently behind us. Moonstray does hold some very interesting people. So, did you want to explore the market some more? Let's check that row out. As we continue deeper into the market, the noise slowly shifts. The chatter softens, the laughter fades into low murmurs. Tables are covered in odd instruments, folded maps, polished stones etched with unfamiliar markings, and sacks of old journals weighed down by metal clips. A tall figure stands behind the table, carefully arranging several glass vials filled with seawater. Each vial is labeled in neat, precise handwriting. They adjust their equipment and make a small note in a journal before looking up. Their eyes sharpen the moment they notice us. Ah, well, hello there. Their voice is calm and curious, like someone who has just found a missing piece of a puzzle they've been trying to solve. Hey, we're just looking around, poking around places that do not want to be understood. Sure. I mean, they're just trying to get to know the town. Dima's gaze shifts to me, assessing my look. Ah, so you must be the one who washed ashore. You already know about that? Well, it's easy for me to tell who has recently washed ashore just by their posture and body language. Moonstray has always attracted some anomalies. An anomaly? Not to worry, it's merely an observation. I'm Dima, who might you two be? I'm Rowan, and this is Rory. It's nice to meet you both. So what do you do here? The gesture to the table. I'm conducting long-term research on Moonstray. I'm studying its tides, the resources of the island, unusual survivability, and so on. Most coastal settlements would not endure that which Moonstray continues to. They left one of their vials, holding it up to the light. The water composition shifts before storms. Chemically and structurally, I've yet to place why. It feels as though the sea is bracing itself for someone to arrive. A chill runs down my spine. That sounds unsettling. Fascinating in the world I would prefer to use. Rowan folds his arms, watching them move their equipment around the table carefully. You make it sound like the town is alive or something. Science makes everything feel more alive. It lets us understand the world just a bit more. A lot of us survive something that we shouldn't have because of the unique properties of the island. That alone is a mystery worth studying. They close their journal with a soft thud. Didn't you ever wonder yourself about the island? About the town? About its history? I suppose, from time to time. Well, it's always nice to have someone take notice of my work. I'm grateful to have had a chat with you both. I do have a favor to ask. If you begin to notice things around Moonstray, moments where the force feels like it's watching you, dreams of spirits. Rowan widens his eyes and clears his throat. Ah, look at the time. Sorry to cut this short, I've got to show Rory around some more. Of course. Dima steps back, already reaching for their notes again. Welcome to Moonstray, Rory. Hope you're satisfied with your choices. Hope you find what you're looking for here. What do they mean by that? I have no idea. This part of town gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's way too busy here. Most people pass through without stopping. As he says that, someone bumps into us without stopping. Oof. Oh shoot, my bad. Didn't see you there. You alright? I'm okay. This is the second time I bumped into someone. He steadies me and moves aside to let others through. Sorry about that. That's alright, just be more careful next time. He glances around, hands loosely in his pockets. This place... yeah. This place is a river of people swarming to get where they gotta go. It can be scary for those who aren't used to it. Yeah, it looks that way. Anyway, thanks for being understanding. My name is Omega. Rowan. This here is Roy. Pleasure to meet you both. It's nice to meet you. What do you do around here? I don't do much here. He shrugs, unbothered by the admission. I hang out with my crazy roommate from time to time. We talk about the island itself and how weird it is. Is that all you do? I walk around the market, bro, and study what people are up to. You notice small changes when you do that. Like what? Like how routines change, or who stops coming, or when someone new shows up. Omega looks at me. But I don't think I've ever seen you here. Are you new here? You can say that. That tracks. It's been a while since we had someone new wash up here. What you think of Market Road so far? Feels different from other places. That's fair. I may not do much, but Market Road feels like home to me. Despite it being so busy, I've grown to like it. Anyway, he steps back, giving us space again. I just figured I would say hello. It was nice meeting you. You too. I'll be seeing ya. He gives a casual wave and blends back into the flow of the market. Rowan starts walking again. So, where do you want to go next? Ooh, what about the alleyway? Sure, I know someone there. Follow me. Rowan and I continue to walk deeper in the alley where a bunch of stores are closed together. Rowan guides me towards a small forge tucked away in the back of the market. The air grows hotter and heavier with the scent of burning coal and metal as we approach. A ringing sound draws near. As we reach the back of the market, the building we enter sports a sign that features an anvil with two worms coiled around it. A kobold can be seen behind the counter, fussing over a hot piece of metal with a pair of tongs. He looks up as we enter, his eyes widening in recognition as he sees Rowan. One sec. The kobold scrubs the hot workpiece with a wire brush before dunking it in melted wax that fills the stall with fragrant plumes of burning beeswax and oils. The scent is quite pleasant and relaxing. He approaches the counter, hanging the fish pendant on one of the several hooks suspended from the stall frame. Drops of sweat clear channels through the suit along her snout. Hey, working hard lately? Duran. It's very much so. It's good to see you. I take it you don't need a new rigging ring or seeing as, you no longer go to sea. The smith's expression softens as he looks away for a moment before looking back at us. Or just stopping by to chat then. That's right, I've been holding out fairly well. I enjoy my new job. Well, that's good to hear. You need to enjoy your work. He looks back and notices my presence. For the first time, his eyes widening slightly as he takes in my appearance. He glances back to Rowan. Anyway, what brings you here? With company, no less. Oh, I was just showing Rory here around the market. I thought it would be a good idea to introduce him to you. It's always good to see a friendly face. And a fresh face at that. Good to meet you. I'm Agri. I didn't quite catch your name. The smith's face lights up as he turns towards me and extends his black sooty hand to shake my own. I shake Agri's hand firmly, despite the suit. His grip chokes the life out of my fingers. It's nice to meet you, Agri. I'm Rory. Lovely to meet you, Rory. A friend of friends is a friend of mine. Just about anything you can see in my shop is for sale, except for the kobold. Welcome to my shop. What can I interest you in? I can make anything for you. Anything you can think of. I've got big knives, small knives, fishing hooks, anchors, sinkers, pendants, bottles, openers, hair ties. Agri gestures frantically around his shop, pointing in every direction at every visible object of his making, while he rattles off infinitely more niche tools and items until my head spins. Okay, Agri, let's reel it in. You're overwhelming them with all the options. Oh, sorry, I get a bit carried away. Hope I didn't scare ya. That's okay. Do people actually use weapons here in Missouri? You betcha, they need something to protect their homes with. Though there aren't any blacksmiths here in the island. Here in this island. It's a shame. You can learn a lot from forging weapons that applies in other places. Yeah, what makes you say that? Agri gazes to a middle distance as he speaks more slowly and thoughtfully. Some metals are soft and malleable, as they take the merest suggestion to bend to your whims. But there's always a trade-off. They cannot be hardened. Soft steels just stand up to much stress at all before they bend or break, and all that effort you sink into them goes to waste. You can fix them, but they won't be the same as they were before. They won't be as strong, and they won't look as good. But other steels don't budge. They could withstand any hardship without showing the merest signs of stress. That is, until they fail. You'll never know how much stress that steel is under till it shatters catastrophically, and when it does, it's beyond repair. So you select the right material for the application and you can make something that will last a lifetime. You select the wrong one and it could break in an instant. It's all about knowing the right material for the job. Use your eyes, use your brain, most importantly use your hands. That's how you learn to work with the materials around you. You're gonna apply that to anything, not just smithing. It's a good life lesson, I think. Agri waits for a moment for that to sink in before he clasps his hands together excitedly. Alrighty, that's enough of me yapping. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while since I've had a nice chat with someone else. As we turn to leave, Agri grabs our attention one last time. Hang on. Rory, it was nice chatting to you. Even if I did most of the yapping, I just want to give you something before you go. Agri holds out his hand, drops a fish pendant into my open palm. It's made of a light, almost blue metal, and it's surprisingly light for its size. It's what I was working on just as you arrived. Call it a coincidence, but I think that everything happens for a reason. I turned the pendant over in my hands, with fishes shining like the ocean on a hot summer day. Thank you. It suit you on a bit of leather cord. I reckon I've got some spares, just let me know if you want one. It also makes a great gift, perhaps someone would appreciate it. Thank you. My pleasure. Anyway, it was nice meeting you. Take care of Duran, would ya? He's a real softie. Okay, that's enough now. We'll be going. See you later, Agri. Goodbye.